Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Stephanie, Larson, and Alana. How's it going? I'm coming from California, and Alana's over in Vegas. We wanted to do a quick little touch base before year end. Ken gave us the green light to have the video ourselves. I wanted to really quickly reintroduce Alana. I know most of you guys have talked to her. She's been here for about a full year. Some people still send emails to Mindy or even older employees. Alana is your go-to person for anything that's client service related or anything else that you guys need on hand. If you want to say hi.
Hi everyone. I know I've already spoke to a majority of you guys and thank you for all the warm welcomes. It's definitely been a good year, so I appreciate everyone's kind words to me.
Yes. We really just wanted to go through some housekeeping items for the year end. There's a lot of moving parts, and believe it or not, it's going to be the new year like that. So just a quick announcement. A lot of you guys don't know, we're going to be moving our Novato office from where we are in Pell Plaza to closer to downtown in a similar office setting of what they have in Vegas. It's a Regis. We have this massive office, and now that half of the staff has moved to Vegas, it's actually quite sad and empty. When a client was here the other day, and they said we could play pickleball inside in our office, and they're actually accurate. So, but we will send an announcement with the address once we have it, and let everybody know once we move. Everything will be status quo, though. This office will actually stay open until August, but we're going to be closing it down, and it will take a while to do. So, Alana?
Yes, and another thing, any requests that you guys would like to be done before the end of the year with money movements or anything else, please definitely reach out to me. I want to make sure that I allow enough time, especially with Schwab, to get those requests done. So
Mm-hmm.
please reach out.
Mm-hmm. And as we head to year end, as all of you guys know, I've had several emails about taxes, people concerned about, what the realized gains are going to be for next year. All of that is in your overviews that you would have had for Q3. Ken and I are not planning to do hardly any trading unless something distinctly merits it between now and year end. So it should be pretty accurate to what your expectations are. I do tax loss harvesting for all of our clients at year end. I'm going through all the accounts and harvesting where I can. Some years like last year and in 2023, to be honest, there wasn't a lot we could do. This year, there's a little bit more. So just, if you have any questions, let me know. I am going to be doing that for every client. Obviously, your opinion on what a lot of tax is variable to each client. So what I might think is not a lot is maybe a lot to you. So if you have that concern, reach out. I do encourage all clients to speak to their CPAs before year end. If there's any type of planning or things that we can do before the end of the year, I would definitely like to do it. We're always happy to hop on a call with your CPA as well. Don't be shy about that. Um, and you mentioned the RMDs earlier. We were talking about that, Alana. Are they,
Yes, I believe I reached out to everybody that kind of had lingering RMDs out there, so everyone should all be complete with that. If you're unsure if you have your RMD complete, definitely reach out to me. I know there's a lot of you that are on monthly withdrawals, so you should expect one more withdrawal in December to be complete, but everyone should be good to go on those.
okay, good.
Yeah.
The other thing that Ken wanted us to mention was that some clients, not a lot, but some clients have restrictions on their accounts. We do encourage you to have an annual renewal of them. We're not going to just assume that they're forever. And in that respect, so we do have clients that want to keep a restriction permanently. I totally understand that. One of the things that we've started to do this past year is for those clients with those type of situations to recommend that they have a separate standalone account that's non-managed and that we can move that restricted security into it so that we can make sure that there's no trade errors or issues or things like that. I know that opening another account sometimes can be a pain. You guys don't want to do it, but it really is, I think, this simpler, easier, safer way to handle that moving forward. So as we kind of go through the handful or two clients that have that, I am going to encourage you guys to do that, and I hope you listen to me on that one. It would just make things easier, you know. You were
Also another one of Ken's requests is if you guys have any meetings or any reviews that you want to look into your account, we would just request that we push that to January until after you receive your overviews. He mentioned that, a lot of people's accounts will also still have income interest coming in December. So just waiting on those overviews will give us a better idea about 2025.
Mhm. Yeah, and I know that in respect to the meetings that Ken is planning to be here in California a couple times next year, obviously for tax purposes, he has to be very careful about how much time he spends in California, because then California will try to claim him, but it's true. But he will be coming out, and I believe the first trip is going to be in January. So if you guys would like to meet him, just reach out to Alana, let her know. I'm planning to be in Vegas several times next year as well. I'm not sure when my first trip will be, probably Q1, but maybe early Q2. I know a few clients have mentioned that they'd like to see me when I'm out there, so I will definitely let you know when I'm going to be in Vegas as well. And then I just really wanted to very briefly touch on the markets very fast. Everyone always wants to know, what's going on in our heads, what we're seeing out there, what are the tea leaves telling us. For right now, most of our indicators are still green. We're still happy with what we're seeing, what's going on. It's been a little bit of a volatile period the last few weeks. Earnings season was very mixed. One of the things that what we're noticing as we keep going the last 4 or 5 quarters, each quarter, the volatility around earnings season picks up, and it's pretty violently. So we are um, careful around earnings season about making any actions, buying or selling before and during. It's a little it's just you're asking to just get bit on the backside on one of those. So we're cautious about January's earnings season. I do think there's going to be a Santa Claus rally through year end. We're playing the seasonality, which December is almost, not always, but almost always a positive month. And with a little bit of volatility lately, I think that's going to normalize. Definitely people are watching the Fed. The expectations are 3 cuts for next year. I do think that's going to happen. Obviously, things can change. But I think that January we'll be ready to pivot if we need to pivot. If things change or anything in the market, kind of spooks us. Leadership had changed quite a bit this year, and we were very active in our rotations, and we're just going to be prepared to do the same. But for right now, we're pretty much all in on the market. We're pretty aggressive. Our beta is pretty high in all of our accounts, and we're just waiting for any indication of a change. But for now, we're not seeing the momentum change. So yes, a little volatility, but volatility is normal. But we're hoping for a strong end of the year. And then one of the things that we're looking at very closely would be anyone taking profits. That's kind of the area that we would want to make sure that we get out ahead of, and we don't want to get caught on the blind on that, because if profit taking happens from large institutions, it happens very quickly and it can really move stocks, specific stocks, very fast. So we're going to keep an eye for profit taking. And for now, we're just, like I said, we're not planning any major changes in the portfolios unless something merits it or something's breaking down significantly. So what you see right now, subject to any change, is pretty much what it's going to be. And reports will be out first week of January. Any questions that come up. And again, what Alana mentioned earlier, if anyone wants to have a meeting with us, a year-end review or anything like that, please let us know. But if it's tax related, please reach out to us before year end so that we can talk about it and do anything that we can do in order to mitigate any tax liabilities. So I think that's it for me. Alana, do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I think that you covered all of it. Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, with that said, I just want to very quickly wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you guys are. We're very grateful, as we always are, to having you as clients. We really hope that we provide the best service and customer service, and we really do look at you guys as family and friends, and we just want to wish you guys a happy holiday. We hope you get to spend it with your loved ones, and
Yeah.
we will see you guys in the new year. Ken and I will do the next video in January, probably right after earnings season. So until then, have a great end of the year, and we'll see you soon. Okay.